like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call.
What's the deal, y'all?
And even though that's 15 yards they're going to gain, this Kansas City offensive line has got to get together and say, got to do a better job protecting our franchise quarterback.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 2nd and goal from the 1. Edwards-Helaire is in. Touchdown, Chiefs. And that is what you call lowering the boom down near the goal line. He was going to force his way in no matter what.
They always talk about low man wins when it comes to the offensive line, having the leverage to move the defenders. It's strong man wins when it comes to tackling in the red zone. And if you happen to be the low man and the strong man, that's a huge win.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return. Speedster Raheem Mostert and the rest of this offense out to start the drive. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season, and of course it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. This is caught. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami 1st.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead now stands at 13.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. This one is caught. It's Moore. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Russell Gage, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will shrink to 6. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here comes Raheem Mostert and the Miami offense.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua. Now the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
The Chiefs going to go back on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Mahomes now on 1st down, and his throw here is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 23. But that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. You come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
To a hit, and the ball is out. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone to the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on him.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, second down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And it's caught. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kadarius Toney, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Fielded right around the 8. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Miami's offense set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And he missed it. It's no good. And that'll keep this a 1-point game. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. We're back now in KC. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Miami set to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again.
Uses the stiff arm.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a 1-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. There he goes, left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clip from behind, block someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick six hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the fourth. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Quincy Roche coming in for that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua under pressure, they got him again. Montravius Adams, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 41-yard line. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 36 yards on the play. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They hand it off to Mostert, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. They're going to try and run for it. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Here's Mahomes. Finding Kelsey. Finding room at midfield. Big strides. Look at him go. Inside the 10. It's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So Tua and the Dolphins down by 7, 44 seconds to go. Their undefeated season, it's in danger unless they can score here as they've got a 1st and 10. Tagovailoa. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Tua. Tyreek Hill's got another one.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Tua to throw.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now they're going to go for 2 and a possible win as this crowd rises to make things difficult. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here.
Now Tua.
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs, trailing by 1 after the 2-point conversion. 24 seconds to go. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mahomes will throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses?
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Sanders now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.